I'm Leela Ree.
And I'm Nik B.
Listen, we're just two single girls from the City of Roses discussing all things love, lust, and perception.
And roses are a symbol of all things beautiful about love.
But as you know, love can get a little dirty, so we're here to talk about it.
Dirty Roses Podcast starts now.
Hey, I'm Leela Ree.
And I'm Nik B.
And welcome to Dirty Roses Podcast. Guess what we're doing today?
What are we doing today?
Real reactions. When I say real, I mean REEL reactions.
Okay,
so
it's going to be real reactions to real?
Real rap raw. No, yes. So It's going to be, we've been talking about hot topics. We've done hot topics before.
Yeah.
But this time we actually want to do the reaction to the content on the show and then talk about it.
Okay.
Because some of this stuff is outrageous. And you've been gathering.
I have.
Yes.
I have. So every time I kind of see something, I send it to Lee. I'm like, girl, we need to discuss this. And so that's kind of where we're at today is we decided to discuss this for you guys. So you can kind of really hear our in-the-moment thoughts. As if you don't already hear our in-the-moment thoughts. Because not like we...
Because we blurt stuff out
right,
randomly. And that's just how we do.
Like, chicken! Just like that.
What the fuck?
Okay. So,
so carry on.
All right. So, the first one that I'm going to play is this guy's take on basically a woman's place.
And that sounds bad already.
Right. And all right. Well, I'm just gonna play it, and then we can. How do I?
Just hold it in the middle, you know.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure how I can see it and how you can see it, and then so my tits don't knock over the mic.
She got the big titties.
Titties.
Nikki got some big old titties.
If I'm out, don't ask me where I'm at. Don't ask me who I'm with. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Are you the leader in this relationship? No, I'm the leader in this relationship. Wherever I'm at, who I'm with, or what I'm doing is for me to
Even
know.
if you're in a relationship?
Yes.
What if they do it to you?
I am your leader. I need to know. I am here to protect and provide for you.
Like slavery.
The point that I'm making is it's expected on the woman's end to tell the whereabouts, but it's not expected on the man's end.
Why?
Who I'm with, listen, it sounds so sneaky because you got past traumas and you're trying to put that on me.
And you're right.
Don't put your insecurities
You're right.
on me.
You're
So
right.
if that man is your protector
like he
and
has
your provider, guess what?
Absolutely.
He is your law. There's no other law
The
but
law?
him. Are you my protector? You're not my protector. So for me to get out
Oh
of
my God. So
So-
basically, he was saying that as the man, he doesn't need to check in with his woman about his whereabouts, where he's at, where he's going, who he's with.
But she needs to check in
needs to
with
check
him.
in with him.
What do you think about that?
I call complete fucking cap. It's not even about being the protector or the leader. It's about a common courtesy of letting you know where I'm at. And it could be for safety measures, like not like in a child mother like way, but like for instance, my kids. Like,
Yeah.
like if you're going somewhere, I don't need to know because I'm trying to dictate where you're going. I want to know in case something happens to you, so I know, I have an action plan. But as a common courtesy to my partner, I may not tell you every step of the way, like, now we're going to 3rd Street, and now we're walking down
Making
to
a
whatever.
left.
Right. Like, we're not
On
going
the
to hold the
main.
GPS system, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But there is, like, a overall thing where it's like, hey, I'm going to X, Y, and Z bar with my homegirls. I'll see you at a certain time. You know?
Right.
That's a common courtesy. That's being respectful. It's allowing the person to also plan their day and whatever they got going on around you.
But he's saying that it's a requirement for you, the woman, to do that, but not for him.
Yeah, and that part for me is like, I feel like it is a requirement for both parties to let people know where they're at. And the way that he said that was like, because he's our protector, and so he should know. What the fuck are you gonna do if I'm all the way in fucking Tacoma at a fucking male strip show and something pops off? You gonna fucking drive it 3 hours to come save me? No.
I feel like based on what I saw from his character, he
a whole
wouldn't be the
fucking
kind that would let you go to Tacoma to the strip club.
I mean,
to see.
example aside, he don't seem like he's gonna protect nobody anyways. He seems like you need the protection from him because he's a fucking toxic ass person.
He strikes me as those men that want to be leaders, but they're not leading with care. They're like more of a dictatorship.
Because they don't know how to be leaders. I've said this before on social media where I said, I don't want to be around people who want to be leaders. I said leaders are naturally born. They fall into those positions naturally, right? They have a certain characteristic, a certain quality about them, a demeanor, everything that's about them just naturally makes you follow their lead because you feel safe to do so.
Yeah.
Anybody who is screaming out, "Follow me, I'm your leader," I absolutely don't feel fucking safe to follow you. Like, I feel like you're gonna walk me off a goddamn cliff and they're gonna be like, "That was my job." Like, I just don't.
I think what rubbed me wrong with him was more or less his delivery. So I could kind of understand some of the stuff he was saying. I don't agree that it should be always one-sided.
Right.
I do agree that the communication part of
Yeah.
anybody saying what's going on
Right.
is
Absolutely.
is important in a relationship. I disagree that it's not a requirement for the man to do the same.
Facts.
However, he could have said it better because he was like, I am law.
Yeah, that's so. You're
And
right.
I'm
Okay.
like, but who are you?
Yeah, you're not the law.
And then he wanted to turn it and make it about
Protection.
past trauma.
Oh yeah, like don't throw my traumas at me because it sounds like you have trauma about not knowing where your woman's at.
Right.
Right. Like you want to be a leader so bad that you probably felt like not a man in your last relationship, and then now you want to scream, "You're a man, you're a man, you're a man," and I'm your leader. Follow me, I protect you, and I'm law. So you've got traumas and I don't. So tell me
Right.
where you're at. Like that sounds and screams. I've been hurt. I have traumas. I have
Right.
triggers, and I feel futile in this relationship.
Right.
But I do agree. I think communication is important, and I think both parties should be respectful enough to tell people where they're at, just in general.
Yeah.
It's a mutual, reciprocated communication tactic. I'm using all these big words. I think I'm smart or something.
Right.
Trepidation.
Trepidation.
But at the same, and I would feel very much controlled in a relationship if a man told me I had to do something that he was not required to do. Like that just sounds controlling.
Okay, so let's kind of break that down.
Okay.
Because I hear a lot of men say this in so many ways, and that it's about kind of the whole dominant and submissive. They want their
Right.
women to be soft. They want their women to follow leadership. Now, they may be delivering that message really harsh, but kind of going back to what this guy I think was trying to say is maybe that feels triggering because there are some women who have had to be in control, that losing that level of control feels unsafe because we've been doing it for so long. So where, no, I don't want to say, follow me and do exactly as I say blindly.
Right.
However, you would probably follow your husband or spouse and do what they say blindly if you trusted them.
Yeah, again, but the part that he lost me was the non-reciprocal part of that. It was the part where it's, I've got to respect you and you don't even have to respect me in the least. That felt like it's controlling, it's manipulation because you're not respecting me to share with me and be safe with me to know where you're at.
Right.
You know, like maybe I can't be your protector. Now there's to a point where I've heard men say, and I've watched other reels and things like that, where they're like, it's a woman's job to be the visionary and to see things that the man doesn't see, but then to guide them and help them be the leader, right? Like
have the
I'm to
foresight.
give you not the instructions, but I'm trying to give you the information that you need to lead, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't respect me enough to tell me anything, how can I even be your support system as my leader? You know what I'm saying? So like
I
think
wouldn't
you
be
know
able
it
to
all.
respect him. I'm not gonna lie. He was a no for me, and maybe he's just not my person, and that's why we haven't met and crossed paths in real life. He's a no for me.
Yeah.
I have another clip though that I wanna kind of dive into.
Reciprocate, don't control, and mutual respect. Got it.
Relax, relate, release.
Shout out Whitney.
Okay.
Whitney.
Okay. So this one is a little shorter. Let me see.
And group women into three categories. There's the freak, the friend, and the forever. So women get confused about which category they in. There's a lot of freaks who think they are forever, but the freak will never become the forever. And group women into three.
All right.
The freak, the friend, and
the forever.
And they can't be the same?
Evidently not. So, okay.
I mean, okay. I hear what he's saying to a certain extent. Like we talked about things before of like men like certain women to play with. Like that's who they fuck on. That's
Their
who they
toys.
do. Their toys. And then those women tend to not be the same type of woman that they actually take home to mom. And then you talked about the difference between friend and partner, like relationship, because you're like, a friend is a person that you tell everything to.
Yeah.
And sometimes your partner you don't tell everything to, like, or you share different informations and have a different
True.
non-sexual relationship. But so I see how those three things can be different, but I also think that your forever could be all of the things.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
and now this actually kind of goes back to a topic we had talking to some men who say that their best friend could never be their spouse,
woman, right.
their woman. For women, we kind of
Want the best friend.
We do.
Yeah.
We hope that our husband is our best friend and is our freak. You know what I mean? So it's like we're looking for all three things from men, but according to him, his thoughts are men compartmentalize the three different brackets. You are either a friend, a freak, or a forever.
And I think you're right. Like, as we talk to people, men have said similar things.
But I don't understand what the forever person does if they're not your friend. And how does someone stay your forever if you aren't still freaking on them, loving on them, attracted to them in that way that doesn't feel old and retired?
So it's weird that there's a few things that, like, so much is coming to my mind right now. One of the things is I've heard men say, for example, like giving head or receiving head, right?
Yeah.
They won't nut in their woman's mouth because they feel like it's disrespectful. As you take a sip, go ahead and take that sip, girl. Go ahead and put that in your mouth. Go ahead,
Slurpity slurp slurp.
But they won't.
That's so gross. Ew.
It is.
I don't like to drink that. Nobody should like to drink
It
Cumalicious.
depends on what your diet is.
Ew. Listen, if you're out there swallowing,
Don't you do it.
if you're out there swallowing kids for breakfast, grass.
Just make sure that if you're sending kids to, the tunnel in your mouth, that at least you have a good diet.
Just catch and spit. Ew. Ew. And then it gets all in your belly. Digest it.
I mean,
Gross. And it's thick.
I have no.
Ew. God, it
comment.
doesn't taste good. I'm sorry. I'm having like a flashback.
But you're also a texture person, aren't you? Like a food texture person.
Yeah. And I don't like sauces.
I don't like sauces.
I don't like saucy stuff.
Oh God, this makes me sound so.
But she does.
She
likes extra whip on her.
with an H. All I'm saying is, if you have a good diet, it's not that bad. Anyways, my point is back to the that
This is why you can't be someone's forever, because you over here being the freak.
Listen, that's fine with me. I don't know if I want to be anybody's forever, because I was a forever and it didn't last forever. I'm saying, to my point is that there are men who will treat freaks differently than they'll treat the woman, right? Like I'm saying this because I still have to say, God damn it, you won't let me finish the statement. That
I didn't interrupt that.
You did, because talk about nutting in people's mouths, and you're taking your sip, and it was a whole thing. Men won't nut in their women's mouth. They don't like to finish in their woman's mouth because they feel like that's something that only women that they discard will do. They think it's disrespectful to their woman, and they will do it to a woman that they don't care about and disregard her.
Okay.
And so to that, all of that was saying that that's how you can be a freak, but there's certain boundaries that some men have with their woman that they won't have with someone that they don't care about. That was just an example. I'm not saying it's everybody, but how we were talking about they compartmentalize. I just think that I would like to be all three to my person. I would like, because I feel like if I'm not your freak, then you're going to go somewhere else to get your freak off, unless you have some kind of weird fetish that I don't like something.
Like,
I'm afraid to say shit now because I feel
just say
fucking judged.
just say it. Nobody's judging you.
She's like, say it so I can judge you.
No, I will not. I will not judge you.
not.
I will just say what I won't do.
I'm just saying, like, me, a hard nose are booty holes. Like, I don't put nothing in my booty hole. Like, I'm traumatized by one time trying it, and it was not fun, and I kicked the hell out of my partner. but like, for me, that's a hard no. But for somebody
bucking.
like, ideally, like, whoever I'm with, we'll talk about that ahead of time so we know what our hard stops are and we're good.
Right.
But we had that on the sexual compatibility episode. We talked about, like, where there was a lady who said, that the men that were going to seek out prostitutes were like, they had these weird fucking fetishes, dirty feet lickers and getting pooped on,
gross.
all those things. I'm not doing none of that shit. So if that's what you consider freak, count me out. But
I think that's more kink.
you're right. That is facts.
Yeah. So he.
Cameraman, throw out something real quick.
Come on,
Yes.
break that fourth wall, Karen.
Go ahead. Fourth wall.
I think this is where most men come from.
Okay.
You love a freak, but you're afraid to find out if your forever is a freak because you can't just become a freak out of nowhere.
You've had to have
Becoming a freak
practice.
takes practice.
Yeah.
Oh, which means you got to visualize
been
her
around.
freaking on
So
somebody
now
else.
And I think that's why a lot of men, especially a lot of men with that don't feel confident in who they are. They don't love that.
They'd be like, where you learned that trick at? Is it him? Is it him?
Which makes me
Oh,
then wonder, like, do men care that much about body count? I mean, I'm sure people do care. I mean, I think women care too, but
You don't want no Wilt Chamberlain.
you
but-
don't, right. It's like,
But I talked to somebody and they were like, if you don't have somewhat of a body count, then when you get to me, you don't know anything.
what you're doing.
And don't nobody want that at this old age of our ripeness. We don't want to be teaching nobody. I mean, we can teach some things like, that's fine.
Preferences.
Right. But I don't want to teach you the basics, or I don't want to teach you something, like I get it. There's got to be a body count in some aspect for you to get to a certain level. But I hear what our producer is saying, that if you can flip, split it, and twist it, and bop it, and all those other things,
Turn it, flip it.
then every man that you come across, you're gonna be like, was he the one that bopped it? Was he the one that twisted it? Was he the one that flipped it? Because now I gotta visualize that.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, same thing goes for
women.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
I'll be like,
I'm a visual thinker, so
I'm
if
like,
you
what
interact
woman
with,
let you do it to her in the butt?
yeah,
And that you knew that you liked that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, I have another video.
Did you even answer any questions?
Okay,
what
so
was that one again? I
the
forgot.
question really is,
freak,
can the
friends
freak be the friend and the forever? I think the freak can be a friend. Honestly, like I've
with
seen
benefits.
friends with benefits, or even just pimps and hoes. Sometimes they're buddies. They're not always domestic and toxic. Sometimes there's good pimps, like, hey, little hoe, come on over here. I have a couple bucks for you today.
there are different names for pimps too.
Oh, like what?
There's gorilla pimp. Those are the ones that slap people.
Gorilla pimp.
I think it's called a finesse pimp, where that's the nice one that kind of soft talks them and takes care of them. There was other ones. I forgot. I learned this from a sex trafficking class that I took. There's different types. There's literally names for the different types of
What
pimps.
kind would I be? I want to be one.
You would definitely be a finesse.
I was a madam in undergrad. So this is what had happened.
What had happened was...
What happened was...
you were trying to make them change.
No, I was. Actually, I was trying to make some grades. I am an art major. And in my undergrad, we had to do live drawing classes.
Okay, this is very safe, because I was like, girl, we done talked about schools in previous episodes, and your school gonna be calling you like, do not represent us ever again.
I'm not gonna say the name of my university, even though it's
You'll have to
posted
go
everywhere.
back to an episode later.
But I remember we had our live drawing classes. It was part of the curriculum that we did nude models. Okay. And all of our models were women. And
you want to draw some dicks.
Nope, it's not that I wanted to draw dicks. I wanted to ensure that I had passing grades in a particular class that conflicted with my work schedule at the time. And so I went to the professor at the time, and I was like, yo, if I get you some girls, what's up with some A's?
Why you gotta say that?
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that's absolutely how this conversation went. And he would, oh God, if I imitate him, everybody will know who it is. So I'm not going to do his voice. But he was like, okay, Kiko. He called me Kiko. He's like, yeah. He's like, bring me to some girls. He's like, let's do it. Now, so for 2 semesters straight, I had 2 different women that I negotiated their pay because they were paid models through the school.
Did you get a cut on top of the A's, or was it just...
No. There was no financial kickback for me. However, my GPA rose to the occasion. So Shout out to graphic design majors because we've been through it. Art
I was
majors.
a madam once too.
You were?
I was, kind of. You know, I was a bartender at a strip club.
Yeah,
once.
but how did you go from bartending to madaming?
Well, okay, so the rules in the strip
Madaming.
club were that the girls couldn't leave.
Damn, that sounds a little captive.
Well, not captivating, but like they couldn't leave and return. Like it was like, you know, like sometimes in clubs you can't leave and come back because they're afraid that people are going to go to their car and get paraphernalia, weapons or whatever, so they can't leave and re-enter. The girls weren't allowed to leave and re-enter because they were working. You can't just leave your job, go do some stuff, and then come back, especially when you're a stripper.
I mean, you can't take a lunch break and run some errands.
Well, they only work like 4 hours.
I know. Everybody should be entitled to a little smoke
four,
break.
4 hours is the minimum, and after 4 hours you get a 15-minute break, and then 8 hours you get a half hour.
And they have to work that straight just dancing?
No, they don't straight dance. They sit on the side while they take turns dancing.
But that's considered still working? Like
Yeah,
when they're
oh
just
my
sitting
God.
around?
Yes.
That's sitting on the job. I hope they...
It's not. Well, they were doing private dances and things and then going around. But anyways, God damn it. You. So anyways, the girls weren't allowed to leave. Also because Portland is very sex industry happy. And I'll say that across the board. Strip clubs and other, right? So, and we talk about some of this in another episode. But the fact that some of the girls had a side hustle that involved them not putting their clothes on when they left the building. So they weren't allowed to leave. If you shot me a little extra money in my tip jar, you absolutely could leave and come back as long as you weren't on the stage at the time. So girls would leave and they would do their side hustles and they would come back and they would toss a little extra money in my tip jar.
I'm just imagining them leaving with no clothes on and their crotch catching a cold.
I mean, there was a short walk to the car and a short walk back and into the bathroom to walk up. You know what I'm saying?
Ew. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, we had a little.
That was meeting kids.
You know, bitch. They were dropping kids off at the pool.
Dropping kids off. Okay.
Yes.
Well, did we actually answer the question?
Still no. But apparently there's a very big difference between freaks, friends, and forevers. And you can be all three, none of the above. Or
And I still think that's
two
the
of each.
perspective from a man. I think
Yeah.
that they have the categories, but I still say that most women, can't speak for all, are looking for their forever to be all three.
Yeah.
Which
Absolutely.
is definitely an issue then, because how do we find a happy medium? Okay. Well, okay. Okay, so let me go back to my last video here, which is longer. So I'm going to cut it a little short, a little short, so that
Hello, Governor.
because we will have an idea of
Okay.
what she's talking about.
Okay.
Okay. She's a little paused.
Okay.
Somebody asked on Instagram, if you're seeing someone and you both like each other but are still in the talking stages, is it or is it not wrong to have sex with somebody else?
It's not wrong. But is this a woman asking or a man asking?
A man.
No, it's not wrong. Sorry,
Ooh.
ladies, we have a double standard. I think that women should do their best to be abstinent and not have sex while getting to know new people.
So, do you believe men should be abstinent as well?
I expect a man to be a man.
Wait,
annoying.
that's not
She's
what I
giving you
asked.
pick me.
That's not
hate
what
saying
I
pick
asked.
me,
No,
but
I
she's
do not
giving you
expect a
pick
man
me.
to be abstinent.
Why not?
Why?
Why do women have to be abstinent? Why do women have to hold up godly morals and men can't?
It's a double standard.
Her facial
Oh.
expressions piss me off.
It does,
doesn't
and it's
have to be
giving.
very sad. But it's the truth.
I don't appreciate how nonchalant you're being.
I'm just saying it's the
like,
truth.
yeah, it's very sad.
I'm telling you,
Oh, well.
no,
It's like she's excusing
high
bad
value
behavior.
masculine man
on.
wants a woman that's getting turned out by 3 other men currently.
Okay.
Even if
That's where I'm gonna
Okay,
pause
so
it.
here's where I get irritated about that too. Aside from just
Her delivery again.
her delivery's trash, and the way that she said it was very much like,
It is what it is.
but it's very much like we're excusing bad behavior. So here's the thing that I've heard before. It was like, it can be in a person, and I'll say person because anybody could do this. It could be in a person's nature to not be monogamous, but it is within your power to have self-control.
Yes.
And if you do not have self-control, then you are not in control of your body or whatever. So, but you could want to have multiple partners and you could choose to not. It's a choice. So saying that a man is going to be a man, you're excusing a man not having willpower, not having self-control, and saying, I'm settling for this bad behavior because I can't get shit else. Now, because she's an attractive woman and she's got a platform, she can say whatever she wants, and people are going to be like, oh, I got to listen to her because obviously she gets men.
And she's got it together.
But she's getting men that are not monogamous.
Right.
Is that what you really fucking want?
She said it's not a matter of what she wants. She says it is what it is, and that's what she expects.
But again, it's what she wants because that's not what the fuck I want. It's not what I accept.
According
it's not
to her,
right? I hear
this
that.
is just because you don't accept it doesn't change that it's not what it is. It's what she's saying.
That's true. And you, again, we've talked about what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept, and what you do with that information, right? So if that's what it is, I can choose not to deal with that. And that's on me. Now, for her, she's saying that's what it is. So she's giving the insinuation that that's what it is. So therefore, that's what I accept as a woman because I'm expecting the man to do what he does. She did say, I expect a man to be a man.
Yeah.
Which means that she, in her dating preferences, expects whoever she's talking to not be monogamous. Now, granted, she did say during the talking stage. So
and she said, now here's the piece that I had an issue with that. So during the talking stage, there's no level of commitment, period. And I've also heard that when you're dating, date. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to sleep with every person you're dating.
Right.
And I just wanted to be clear about that it doesn't mean that, because we have been on a date, that there is the expectation that we're going to sleep together. But I do not agree with completely limiting yourself if I haven't made a commitment, because we're talking. This is the talking stage according to her. If there's no commitments being made, I don't have to share with you that I'm dealing with anybody else. It's my prerogative.
That part.
I don't expect you to share what you're doing either. I'd rather not know at that point, to be quite honest. And if it is a matter of men are going to be men, which is kind of unfair to also insinuate that all men are just sleeping around all day, like every day. I don't agree with her.
She was kind of similar to the other guy. It was very one-sided. Like,
ooh, could you imagine them in a relationship? Ooh. Actually, they'd probably
really fit. She'd be like, whatever you want to do, whatever you want. Hop on one foot. But I think the other part that bothered me. So you're right. One, talking stage. Honestly, anybody can do what they want to do as long as you're being safe and protecting yourself and not bringing nothing to me. I'm good until we decide that we're exclusive and we're dating. Like, once that statement has been made, and it's got to be a statement because we can't assume, but once it's been made, then we're exclusive and you better not be fucking around.
Okay. With that being said, though, there's also the saying that you're single until you're married.
No, I don't agree with that one at all.
At all?
No.
Okay.
My reason why is because there's talking and there's dating, which is you're not exclusive. If you've decided to be exclusive because you are leading into I think for people, if they decide to be exclusive and they make a choice, whether it's going to be just a long-term commitment or if it's leading towards marriage, right? But either way, you've made a commitment in some form, verbally, whatever, that I'm only sleeping with you. So if you've made a verbal commitment to each other that we're exclusive, I don't care if we're not married. We've committed to each other. And if we get engaged, same thing. And if we get married, same thing. Now, if we stay in that talking stage, or we're just like we're a situationship.
I hate that.
I hate it too. But it is what it is. Like,
it's complicated.
And, gray areas. But if you make a verbal statement that we are exclusive, we are no longer single, and I don't care if it's till you're married, because at this point in this stage of the game and in this society, committed relationships are treated like marriages. And I would not want to be with somebody who I've said that we've committed to each other and we're not married, to be like, oh, we ain't married, so I'm still fucking off. Like, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done told each other we committed and we're exclusive. So there's that. The other point that I wanted to make, though, about what she said was, any high value man doesn't want a woman who's been passed around by 3 or 4 guys. But what she was saying was that the man could. So we're saying, what's a high value man? Why does a high value man get to fuck around? And then why does he get to expect that he gets to do whatever he wants to do and tarnish these other women? Because now we're not talking, he's tarnishing women and making them less value. But then when he wants to settle down, he wants to get the one that's virtuous and a virgin.
So while her reply to that was very matter of fact and very dismissive, I don't disagree with the statement she made that it's simply a double standard. And it kind of has always been that way. Like, men get patted on the back for how many women they've been with, while women are judged. So, and it's always been that way. And it doesn't make it right, but that's the double standard. And that's what she was trying to say, but she was just kind of shitty as how she said it. Like, girl, be nicer. You're annoying.
You are. I think it'd be them pretty bitches.
So that was that.
So okay, I do have a question.
Okay.
Like, what do you deem a high value man or and a high value woman? Like, what do you deem that? Because
So for me, high value in both honestly comes down to character.
Okay.
And I know that some people, I guess, will consider high value a little bit more materialistic, you know, meaning that they're bosses.
Right.
They're
right.
running this's and that's, and they have huge swollen bank accounts. Like, a lot of people consider that to be the high value person, but my high value is more or less like where you are intellectually and how you treat me.
Okay.
So a high value man, unfortunately, he for me, he doesn't have to be a millionaire. He doesn't have to be filthy rich. He just has to not be an asshole and also not be broke. But because I'd like to go places. I would like to have help with my rent.
Okay, but we say so it comes down to
and to feed my cats.
Oh my God. So high value man or people, we say high value person is character, right? But then we start talking about men. So specifically men tend to be more materialistic as far as what society considers high value. And we say that you prefer characteristics and things. But what makes a high value woman then? If society says monetary reasons are what makes a high value man, what makes a high value woman
I think if I had to guess, what they would consider a high value woman is prim, proper, has it together, but is still alluring. So, you know, not cookie cutter square and boring. Like they still have, you know, something about them that's fun and attractive, but can hold their own. Can stand on their own without a man, but would like a man type of thing. I think if I had to guess, I think that's what they would consider.
That's fair. I was curious because I'm like, you mentioned high value man, so I'm like, what are we talking
what's
about?
your version of a high value man?
Okay. I think I'm with you on the character thing. I think it's for me it's a protector, provider, and protector and a provider. And I don't mean provider just solely monetarily again, but like a provider of a safe space, a provider of the home, a provider of fathering, you know, those kinds of things. Like you're able to provide the things that we need to function as a healthy couple and a healthy family. And a protector, I want to feel safe with you in all aspects, like spiritually, mentally, and physically, and emotionally, right? So for me, protector and provider, with all the good characteristics in between, you know. Gotta be nice, you gotta be funny, you gotta like to quote movies and shit like that. But that's my preference.
Okay. Could that high value man be all those things to you, but shitty to somebody else? Like, what if he's treating you this way? What if he simply looks at you and he's like, I would give you the world. I'll absolutely make sure that I'm keeping a job that keeps us in our home and in our lifestyle. But then he could, you know, basically rob from the poor or kick a puppy in the forehead. Oh God, the puppy, no. Oh, right.
No.
Okay.
I think you've mentioned this before, and this stuck with me. Like, watching how they treat other people is attractive to me. So, like you said before, like I watch how men treat service staff at a restaurant. Right? I went on a date with somebody one time, and the guy that I was with, he consistently every restaurant we went to asked them, hey, what do you recommend, and make nice conversations. The staff felt important. It was important to me that he valued everybody that he came across with a high regard. And it was nice and it was attractive. It made him even more attractive to me. And so for me, I'm looking at how you treat people, especially because I'm in an industry, like my day job is where I service people and I support people, and sometimes they're not at their best. And so I, of a kind nature in general, expect that the person I'm with is also going to be kind, because how you treat people is how you are. Because if you ever get to a point to where I piss you off or I do something that's not in alignment with how you feel I should be, are you going to treat me that same way? Are you going to look at me differently? Are you going to get to a point to where I'm now an outsider to you and now you don't have to be nice to me? I just think that's that's who you are.
You know what else is important to me when I think about who I'm going to date and just sort of their character? It is important to me that I know what their relationship looks like, specifically with their mother. Because
that's a good point.
It's like you can tell if either one, if they're completely disconnected from their mother, as in maybe they don't respect her, meaning they may not respect women, or B, that if their mother is in a place where they need help and they're unwilling to be helpful, so where's your compassion? Or
I know who you're talking about with that one too. Go ahead.
or if they are completely still nursing from their mother and need their mom still for everything at their grown age, I'm like, okay, so are you not able to stand on your own?
Yeah.
Is she going to be part of our relationship? So I look specifically about how they interact with their mom more so than their father, because I mirror that in how they may treat me than being a woman.
That's a good point. Yeah, there's got to be a healthy balance, because you can't be a mama's boy and you can't be a disrespectful fuck. So all the so
I've met all of those.
Yeah, that's funny when you said that. I remember the one person whose mom wanted dinner, and he was like, "F you, mom," basically. Like, get your own dinner, you 85-year-old hag.
Damn it! I don't remember dating that person. Wait, who did I date that did that?
Heinz 57.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Y'all, okay, so that's another good topic. Okay, since we done did the videos, right? We done talked some real conversations. Let's talk about the nicknames that we give the men that we date.
They're gonna know now.
They're gonna know. Well, you know, Heinz 87 will never know, because he probably couldn't figure out how to use the goddamn app.
He got an account just so he could follow me.
Oh, he did. Hey, Heinz.
So just so you guys know, we absolutely changed the names of guys that we date to protect the innocent, because some of them still listen to our shows.
But not even just for the show. We do it in our phones.
We do it in our phones, but that's like this one last guy that I was dating. My family did not know his real name because I only used his fake name.
And I almost called. So I can't say too much, because he probably does follow the show still. I use his fake name so much because we actually gave this person a real name for a fake name.
First, middle, and last name.
Did we? No, I think it was just the first name.
It
came from a first middle name. There was a process on how we get to these fake names. Like, we'll hear a person's name. It'll be either based on their name or characteristics or traits about this person, and then it dwindles into something. Example.
Okay.
I'll use an example that's safe. So a guy I talked to, we called my son Chris Brown. Reason why is because every time we were on the phone, my kid would come in. And we'd be like, oh, this little cock block. And then we're like, CB, oh, Chris Brown.
There we go.
And that's how we dwindle down names. So that's how we get to these names. So, anywho, this person was a similar process. Like, it had a name, it sounded like something, it turned into another name, and then it turned into a whole thing. So, but the name ended up being a real, like an actual name that somebody could have. And so we used it so much, I forgot that wasn't his name. And there were times that I may have interacted with this person. I had to stop myself because I almost called him the name.
Right.
And then we did become friends on social media. I could say that, okay, kind of, I guess, maybe not.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was him.
Right.
I didn't know it was him. And
because you don't know him by that name.
I just didn't know it was him. And so one day, there was a post, and I was like, oh shit, that's the guy, but that's not his. I was like, oh,
because that's his real name.
That's his real name.
Yeah, no, it's funny because, like I said, I had only used the fake name around my family, and I was strategic in that too, because I knew that if and when
they would drop the
this
ball
relationship should not work out.
Yeah.
I didn't want them being like, hey, yo, whatever happened to so and so by the first name.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? No,
leave it alone.
We're just gonna leave that alone.
You've heard, and our listeners and viewers have heard some of the names. Like, we've talked about Trap House. She made her whole rap about it, and it was pretty evident why we called him Trap House. But like, I'm curious to know, like, are there
what did I call the friend? Did he?
That was Heinz.
No.
Yes, it was.
No. Heinz is the one that I've met recently at because he was the same age as that. The friend of Trap House
friend.
Trap House friend. Just like we were Portland and Portland friend.
Oh no, we were both Portland. But to each other, we were Portland's friend. Oh God,
yeah. I don't think that one had a nickname.
Oh, that's so fun. I really thought that was Heinz.
No.
Okay.
Heinz has been within the last few months, and that was like almost 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Almost.
It was.
Think about when we did the photo shoot.
Oh, that's
in
right.
the tunnel.
Yeah.
That was 2023.
We did do a photo shoot in the tunnel, a haunted tunnel at that.
It was cool though. It was daytime.
Cool. We still use those photos to this day.
Yeah, we do.
What other crazy nicknames have you given somebody that you can share without getting in trouble?
Too many of my friends still listen.
Okay.
And
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. If you want to know what nicknames we give people, y'all can just ask us personally. Because I'll tell you. I was like, I would tell what my ex's
Wait, let's
name
read
is.
it. Let's read each other what our names are in the phones.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Because it's so long.
This is. Do we got to explain how we got to these names?
Yeah, let's do it.
God. Okay. So my name for Nik B in the phone. Oh my God, y'all.
God, is it? Can I even get the whole thing?
I can't even look at the whole name because it's
see if it
so.
will.
Let me see. I'm gonna turn it this. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing.
Oh, it's still too.
There we
long.
go. I can do it this way.
Okay, you go. Yeah, mine's still
Okay,
longer.
so
Okay, go ahead.
so I call Lee in my phone. Her name is Lee Laree Barbecue Baby LBPFL Moneymaker Mama Oliver, aka Danny.
Okay, Nik B's name in my phone is Nicole, Double D, Nik B, 2 Lee's, Tool, LBP, 4L, Girlfriend, Cupcake, Sugar Mama Bane, the Annie, Arnie Twin, Therapist, aka Dr. Doolittle.
So stupid.
And when she calls or texts me and I have my earpiece in, Siri absolutely reads the entire name. By the time that Siri gets done reading this name, Nicole has hung up at this point. Story behind some of this stuff. Double D Nik B. We have this hilarious thing that Nik B used to do that it was, I don't know why, but it was like she was double fisting drinks and she was dancing, but it looked like she was double fisting dicks. And so she would do this dance where she's like double fisted, that we called it the Double D Nik B. That was the dance. The 2 Lees actually almost ended up being the name of the show.
Right.
Because
my middle name is Lee and her first name is Lee.
And it's spelled exactly the same.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay. The Tool is because we did a wedding one time and we were decorating and we had Tool. And that's also how we became a Two Lees because we couldn't pronounce Tool and we called it Toolie. So this is how we can't spell or say words correctly. So there's that. LBP4L. You heard that first season where we talked about where someone thought we were life partners because we talked about being partners. So we're life business partners, LBP.
LBP.
She's my girlfriend. I'm her boyfriend.
We go together.
We go together.
Yeah.
Cupcake Sugar Mama. Her side hustle is
Cupcakes.
selling cupcakes. She's my sugar mama because I think she sent me a Cash App one time and I just called her my sugar mama for some reason. For some reason, people have attributed 2 light-skinned girls as being twins, regardless of the fact that we look totally different. She's about 10 feet taller than me.
I am.
And we don't look the same, but so we talk about that movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. And so part of her name is Arnie. And
she's Danny.
I'm Danny, and twins. And she's my therapist because we obviously talk to each
We
other.
often are
And then she's a
therapizing.
cat lady, so she's also Dr. Doolittle.
Yes.
That's how she got that long-ass name.
Long-ass name.
And I still add to it to this day.
Yeah, occasionally I'll throw a new nickname in there for her too. And of course she's the barbecue baby because she be throwing down with some chickens.
Listen,
and
I cooks.
all that
I
things.
cooks, fellas. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I was soliciting myself again.
No, listen. So between the two of us, if you need like dinner and dessert,
we got you.
We got you. Ooh, I'm thinking of starting a business called Breakfast and Buttercream.
I hope you don't say it like that.
Yeah, breakfast and buttercream, baby.
With pancakes and
yes.
syrup.
So I'll be making some breakfasts, but I can also make you some pancakes and syrup. Or
and y'all she wonders why she's single.
I don't wonder, actually.
She stopped wondering. She's like, I know why I'm single.
I know, and I'm comfortable with it. I be kicking it by myself, cracking myself up, making up things.
I cannot.
Yeah.
That's good.
So what are some nicknames that you've given any guys that you can share if you're able to? Because I know I wasn't.
There was Stripper Bay, Trap House. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is gonna make me sound like a whole fucking whore. It's okay. At this point, y'all have known I'm just whatever. Stripper Bay, Trap House. There's Therapist Bay. Mm-hmm. He also has another nickname, but I can't say that on because he listens. There's B More, who
doesn't listen.
F
B More.
FB More.
Yeah.
There was Big TD. We'll leave that one alone. Y'all can imagine what those initials stand for. Who else was there? I can't say my ex's name because people listen. They'll go back and tell him. Although I think he knows because
I'm sure he's got to at this point.
Listen, no, I found out this, and this is how I found out about the nicknames. When you send a Gmail email and you pull from your contacts, it absolutely pulls their contact name and puts it into the email. So I was setting up a calendar invite for a bunch of my friends with you and our other friends that have really long nicknames.
Yeah.
And I made a calendar invite. And one of my friends hit me up and was like, bitch, why do you have my whole fucking nickname in the calendar invite? And I was like, you can see that? And she was like, yes, everybody can see that. And I was like, oh. Which made me think about the time that my son's school teacher had emailed me and my ex. And I absolutely responded with his email. And it populated his nickname on my end. So I just figured I could see it. I didn't realize that his whole
trash of a name is in there.
Nickname was in there, and I'm sure she no longer wonders why we're exes at this point, and I'm sure that's probably led to why he continues to hate me to this day because his nickname is not nice, but it's very funny and it makes me laugh.
But he earned it, though.
He did earn it.
How are you gonna be mad at what you earned?
And the very few times that he does have to communicate with me, and I have my earpiece in and Siri says his name, it makes the divorce so worth it. I tell you what, when Siri says that name, I'd be like, yes, bitch.
I need to get married so that I can get a divorce and do that. I feel left out.
So is this going to be the season where you're trying to get married and divorced rather than getting dick pics? Because all of last season you were requesting dick pics. Have you gotten any yet?
No, it didn't work. Yo, I've never felt so undick pickable in my life because when I put a request out there and it's still crickets, nobody wants to send me pictures of their dinglings and tallywhackers. Like that's fucked up.
I have a basket. I can send you. I can start sending you pictures of my basket of goodies. It's random.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
be sitting there like lean back like the remote. I'm gonna be like, hey girl. I'm gonna have it next to the remote. I'm gonna have it next to a banana.
I'm gonna start sending you pictures of remote controls too. Be like, look at this.
We did say that one time. Like, if the dick pic don't come with the controller, then we don't know
want
what
it.
size it is.
We don't know
because,
what size.
You know,
we need references.
We do. We need references. It needs to be next to like a Comcast remote,
something.
a Direct TV
one
remote.
One of the bottles.
That's gonna be the new request. Damn, you make it sound like I ain't got no walls. Yo, we got to end this show now because it's going bad. Nik B.
Yeah.
Where can men send their dick pics?
No,
where
I don't want that this year.
Okay,
this year I don't
where
want
can
dick
men
pics.
send you proposals and divorce paperwork?
They can either track me down on any of our Dirty Roses websites, be that our platform of Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. I read those messages there. Or if you just, want to be kind of low key about it, because she can also see those messages and you just want to reach me specifically, you can hit me up on Instagram at NikB_NikB. And Leela, where can people send divorce papers to you if you would like some more?
We ain't getting none because I ain't getting married.
Ever again?
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
She lied.
I might lie a little bit. But no, you can send me financial donations.
Ooh, cash apps.
Cash apps, yeah. No, but you can hit me up on all my social media platforms. It's Leighlaree, LEIGHLARIE, DirtyRosesPodcast.com, Dirty Roses Podcast on all platforms and on YouTube. And leave us a review.
Write us a letter.
Ooh. And
what?
If you want a drink recipe, you can watch our pages because we've been posting and we'll be posting more these amazing drink recipes from Nebula 9 Vodka, which you see up here. They are our season 6 sponsors, so shout out to Nebula 9. We have been drinking all season.
And they also make makikakis if you are into something.
In case you don't know what a makikaki is, it's a mocktail. They have an amazing vodka line that is 4 times distilled. It's got apple cider vinegar in it. It's got agave, natural fruit juices. And see, it's hitting her at this point. It's a really amazing liquor. It doesn't give you a hangover. It tastes amazing. It's a really smooth. We took shots earlier. We just why we're here. And then they also have this ready-to-drink cocktail in a can, which has 2 shots of liquor in each can, which is 9% alcohol.
Right.
Very good. And you can't even taste the alcohol, so it's even better. So you can check them out, nebula9vodka.com. That's the number 9. And they're also Nebula 9 Vodka on all social media platforms. So check us out because we've got those recipes coming up, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Guess what, Rose Buddies? We are thrilled to introduce our new sponsorship packages. Be sure to hit us up at dirtyrosespodcast.com to inquire how we can showcase your brand on our platforms.